the last couple of years, Dr. Alexander Rouhani, popularly known as Dr. Smile, has risen to celebrity status for his cutting-edge cosmetic and dental reconstructions. And while he puts smiles on a long list of A-list clientele, Katya Abedian Rouhani is the woman that has managed to put an everlasting smile on his face. Their love story is what fairy tales are made of. And tonight, the smiles, as they've been dubbed, join us on Training SA to put a smile on your face. Oh, I love a love story.
He was smiling already, you know? He was just like, oh, everywhere.
He literally, it's in his DNA at this point.
I know, and then his hand was on her hand, and then it's like, you know, that's the moment. I think that's what they bring to the studio.
Oh, guys, keep
Some
holding
love.
hands. It's fine. It's all good. Welcome to Training SA. How are you guys doing?
Thank you so much. Lovely to
It's
be
an
here.
absolute pleasure to have you guys here.
Oh, man. So you guys tied the knots on the 29th of December in 2020, which was so, so beautiful.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I mean,
Thank you.
still pretty
So,
fresh.
so precious. So take us back to how you guys met. You know, there's a story that melted everybody's hearts on social media. So where did you guys meet? Was it love at first sight?
Yeah,
Tell us the story.
we're very lucky that our parents were very good friends. So we'd always been in each other's lives.
Oh.
Very like similar kind of, you know, our families had very similar priorities.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had a very good friendship when we were younger, and our whole relationship and marriage is really built on just loving to be together and that friendship, you know.
Yeah, we
so-
were really lucky because our friendship formed in a very strong way because of understanding one another's character and souls and personalities and, as you said, family priorities before it became anything romantic, like way before.
Sure.
So we had a good foundation.
And we're going to come to that at some stage in this conversation. But in this moment, we have to go back to your wedding day, guys. I mean, first of all, that was magic. I mean, if you look at those pictures coming through,
Yeah.
I cannot.
the smiles naturally,
smile.
they're there. You know?
Of course, the smile.
I mean, we have to talk about the highlights. I mean, what were your highlights of the day?
Honestly,
I think even before we speak about the day, we're going to speak about the night before the day.
Oh, there's a story as
You
well.
guys rock out or what?
We got the announcement from President Cyril Ramaphosa the night before that everything was closed, everything was locked.
and since then everything was just going perfect.
And like we had planned, everything was going to start at this time and do this and have the band and have the barman and then he said no events, no nothing from midnight.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh my God, what are we supposed to do? We had to cancel the band, cancel the waiters, because we wanted to be obedient to government also.
Sure.
Yeah.
So then all the family stepped in. We had a total of like 32 people at the wedding, including family. Everyone did everything from the cooking, the setting up, the decor, the everything. We kind of all did it together as a family.
So yeah, it was,
And in retrospect, it was so beautiful.
I was about to say.
The dress, I'm dying over the dress.
he looked really good too.
I know, it's not about me. I know.
Sure, and there's a beauty in that, in the way you talk about how you guys prepare the wedding, because there's family, there's, you know, there are people that, you know, they understand the context of your relationship, your history, and this journey that you're going into. So, I mean, that was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
We always really wanted it to be like that. And looking back, it's like there was no one moment that was more perfect than the next. The whole period was just like, I know it sounds so cheesy, but it really was like a dream.
So, you know, your love story is that, you know, of love that meets creativity and service to humankind and unity. And is that what attracted you guys to each other? And how do you each complement each other in this mission and use your creative endeavors to enrich humanity?
Yeah, definitely that was what attracted us to each other, which again is like, that's, you know, that soul connection is something that only grows with time, you know, it never just kind of fizzles out, because you were attracted to what the other person looked like or whatever. And I think in our marriage, I'm really finding, and I'm sure you'll agree, is that like all of those different aspects, the whether it's the creative side, the medical side, it always comes down to how can we as a couple just get better at helping humanity in what we're doing.
Right.
How can we do that together? How can we help each other individually do that better? And
Yeah, how do we aid one another in developing to our full potential and capacity? And we obviously have a very good understanding from the Baha'i teachings that we reach our potential by helping others and serving humanity. So the whole basis of our attraction and our relationship really was about that.
Sure. You guys have redefined what love is. It's almost like you've
100%.
taken it, you've ripped it apart. You've even added some grills on love. It's like, wow.
It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
And I have to bring in your series on Insta Live.
Yes.
Let's Love Live.
Yes.
Wednesday night.
Wednesday night.
Yes, Wednesday night. We
What
have
is the
so much
premise
fun.
of the series? I think you've kind of set it up beautifully in everything you guys have said. But what happens when you guys go live and connect at that level?
Say we just go live, we talk about this thing, whatever the topic is. We've done, gender equality, we've done racial unity, we've done education, we've done
the soul.
the soul.
And we try to take relevant topics
Sure.
and have like meaningful conversation over social media, because social media is not used for that. Social media is used very much for the opposite of that.
Yeah. Katya, you're multi-talented. I mean, you're a third-year medical student, and you're also a filmmaker, and you have a new film out, Star Girl.
Yes.
Tell us more about that. What's the premise of the film? What story does it tell?
Yeah. I was, from the second I heard the song from Red Robin, who's the musician, she's extremely talented. I was like, yes, I love this, it's beautiful, I would be honored to direct visuals for this. And the premise of it is her story about being a professional, wanting to be a professional ice skater, to having a really bad spinal injury, to needing and becoming a musician. And I loved that, and it was also an anthem for women. It was dedicated to the women in her life who helped her through that and who just are the backbone of her life. I love that it's an inspiration to me and hopefully to others that you have more than one dream. You can do more than one thing. There isn't just one thing that you're only born to do that, and if it doesn't work out, it's over for you.
Yeah.
I love that.
So that story, that's what really attracted me.
I love that. I love that. And I have to bring in your Lex because, I mean, musically speaking, I can just imagine this household, eh? You've got
have
your
a lot of
own.
fun.
I know you've got your own musical journey.
Yeah.
There's music coming out. There's projects for the future. I mean, tell us about that.
Yes. I'm a Persian-blooded first-generation South African. I was born and bred here, but family's from Persia, Iran. And so I've started a new genre that will be debuting, releasing to the world next week, which is called
Beautiful.
Afro-Persian.
Afro-Persian.
And so I'm taking our beats, our sounds, African sounds, Niger beats, Gom beats, and I'm putting Farsi lyrics on them. And I'm showing an amalgamation of these two cultures that I am.
Sure.
And a bit of racial unity and a bit of diversity, and that doesn't exist yet. So I'm really excited to release this.
I can't wait to hear that.
And I've got a debut performance for like BBC International TV for around the world and for like Persian New Year, and it's a great opportunity. And I would love to see what it does and how people take it.
Sure.
Yes, I'm really excited.
I mean, you've
Thanks
taken
for
it to the
bringing
next
that up.
level.
Thank you
Oh,
for
no,
bringing
of
that
course.
up.
And it just shows you guys are so well-rounded. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, I need to go start my life all over again.
No.
You can start today. It's fine. You've done well. You can do better.
Exactly.
Listen, thank you so much for coming through.
Yes.
All the best of
Guys,
luck. You
thank you
guys
for having
are
us.
Congratulations, guys. It's stunning.
Much love.
more than couple goals here.
You know what I mean?
More than
Coming
love
through
lives
for the
here.
grills, though. I ain't no rapper, but I'm coming through.
Come, I got you.